Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here with Meredith Medvec, and she's from Prosperity Home Mortgage, and we're here to discuss the big item news that's out there about Fannie Mae dropping the credit rates. So, can you tell us a little bit more about that, Meredith?
Yeah, thanks, Ellen. So, you may have heard in the news recently that Fannie Mae has removed the minimum credit score requirement. Okay, so prior to this news, Fannie Mae's minimum credit score requirement was 620. So you had to have at least a 620 credit score prior to this week. They have removed that minimum, requirement. It is as of the 19th. So yeah, so we've officially passed that threshold. But really what that means is that, we don't have to adhere to that anymore. But it will be a wait and see on how that, really impacts the algorithm of the qualifying. Because typically speaking, even though there's not a minimum credit score requirement, the investors have to be willing to accept these loans, right? And then also, how does that factor into the pricing? Because there it is risk-based pricing, so you could have potentially worse rate rather, with a lower credit score than 620. I still think in a lot of cases, if you're below a 620, I think if you're comparing apples to apples, I think a consumer still may want to go with FHA financing, to be honest with you, because I do believe that the pricing and requirements are going to be a little bit more favorable for them. But I think we're going to have to see more of these scenarios run through the system where it's brand new, so we don't really know exactly what it's going to look like. But as we're putting them through, now that it is available and we don't have that minimum, we're going to see how that affects the consumer and kind of go from there. But I do think that it is going to be some positivity with that. Always the hope with all the things that you're hearing right now in the news, and there's a plethora of them, is really just trying to open it up for more.
Correct.
Home buyers in general. But most of these situations are really specific to first-time home buyers, just really getting them into the market. So wait and see, but just wanted to, talk about that and kind of get that out there. And we'd love your feedback. So if you have questions or comments, certainly let us know.
Definitely reach out to either Meredith or myself. And I'll put the details in the video. But thank you for watching, and if you have questions, let us know.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.